Oh yeah. Oh, no, I gotta do another half of the movie. Hey, it's May the 25th. I'm just hopping in to tell you what I've been reading. I am almost halfway through How to Make a Love Potion by R.A. Moreau. I'm loving it so far. It's smutty. It's got a little bit of a mystery. There's supernatural creatures. We have a succubus who's tough as nails and actually dangerous. And we have a werewolf that's obsessed with her. I'm in love. I'm 42% in. I was reading quite a bit when I got my hair done today. Yeah. I feel very cute. And yeah, I'm probably gonna finish this over the holiday weekend, come back, film my review, and then start my next arc. I'm currently reading this, Marion, and one more on my Kobo. I wanna say there's only one sin in Hollywood, but my readers are downstairs in the cubby, so I'll come back later and let you know, but I'm pretty sure that's what I'm currently reading right now. So yeah, 42%, almost done. I got sent this arc from the writer, so that's really cool. And yeah, I'm loving it so far. Iris and Cross are so cute. They're so cute. Oh my god. Bye. I'm sleepy. So this one's fine. This is a small roller, guys. Yep. I mean, for the roll size, that's a lot of lobster. Yeah, that's not bad. Ooh. I'm thinking there's more tots than lobster in that container. Yeah. Hopefully it's hiding behind the thing. I think the lobster roll is definitely the way to go. Recording. Okay. I was trying to figure out where I got it. Games. Yeah. So never before has there been such a perfect example of my personality. So if you look behind me on this side, you can see that it's really dark and there's like one lone red light and lots of books. And then if you look over here, like this is like actually lit. It's a total mess. It's bright, it's bubbly, there's flowers in the background. And then like I'm directly in the middle. That's so funny. Okay, so last night I finished, or the night before last, 2 nights ago? Day before day of release, I finished How to Make a Love Potion by R.A. Moreau. I gave it 4 carrots. I did like it. One thing happened that like left a bad taste in my mouth, but the characters didn't seem to care, so you know what's fuck ever. Yeah. But the build up of Elliot and Iris, the supernatural like sprinkling of lore and rules, it was very, very interesting. I am excited to see what comes next from these characters, and I will be continuing the series when it comes out. I did like it. When I finished that, I immediately started Marion by Leah Rowan. I was about 17% in when I put it on pause to read How to Make a Love Potion, but now I am 37% in. Once I finish my 3 arcs that I've chosen for this month, I'm going to start Summerween. So I'm going to do that for June, July, and August. And I'm going to read more horror. I have a lot of horror on my shelves that I haven't really touched, so I'm going to hop into those and read some of that. I just want to enjoy my spooky time. I have been slacking on my spookiness, and I'm ready for some spooky stuff. I'm ready for scary movies. I'm ready for movie marathons. I'm ready for candy and popcorn. I'm ready for the spooky shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's all coming. I think that's pretty much it. I did film my very first full episode of Bubblegum Horror, which is a podcast. I have other episodes in the midst of being edited and whatnot. But this one is done. It's complete. It's online. You can go listen to it at the website. I'll put the link over here, and I'll see you next time. Hey, I got the package, and I'm pretty sure that it's my last case from Ganino. I was right, he's a little worse for wear compared to the last couple of boxes that I received, but it is what it is. This one is going to have the Kobo case because it was a pre-order, so I had to wait for it to be ready. So it's ready. Oh, they included a little guy. Weird. Cute, but weird. Okay, whatever. So this is what it looks like in its case. Let me actually grab... Oh, I gotta be careful. Okay. So this is what my Kobo looks like right now. And like this, that, those are actual stickers that I put on top of the design because I had a clear case. But as you've seen from previous videos, Ganino doesn't do clear cases. They make the entire thing magnetic. So, now that it's here, we're going to take this bad boy off. Yeah. And leave him in here. And then this is the backdrop that I made just out of like cardstock and whatnot. And now he's naked. We're gonna put our new case on. He's hefty. He's like, you can tell they care. Like this feels like real stock. Alright. Oh, it's weird because like the sides are clear, so you really see that he's like white. You don't really see that before. Oh, I do like having access to that button like that though. Because normally the button is covered by something and I have to use my nail. So it feels good to like just be able to hit the button. And of course we're going to have to take off the cover. And this is our case. It is very similar. I feel like this might be lighter in color in comparison, but I mean, not too shabby to be honest. Looks pretty good. And they included like a magnetic back. Yeah, it works. Of my Ganino cases. So that's my Kobo. That's my Paperwhite. And this is my Color Soft with my removable magnetic clasp. 3 of my backs. So anytime I want to read something, I just pick it up and I go. Ah! Sold another book for Pango. About to pack this bad boy up and send it off to its new home. As always, if you're interested in the books that I offer on Pango, I update that quite frequently. And they're all on Pango, so go check it out. My link is in the bio. I'm just hopping in really quick. I'm in my living room. We're about to go check out donut shops. Hey, so I'm popping in real quick. Book-wise, I haven't really been doing anything. I'm still working on Summer Slasher, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, I've mostly been gaming. I was like, oh, I really want a game, so I picked up my 3DS and decided to restart Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney, and I'm really enjoying that. And then Boy Wonder decided to get me the Switch 2, so now I have a Switch 2, and I've mostly been playing that. And I'm playing Pokemon ZA right now. I was going to play Persona, but then the asshat in office decided to do some fuck shit with it, and it made me not want to touch it. So I'll probably come back to it in a couple of days. Yeah, just been going through it. Okay, I'll see you next time. Sleuth out. I have books. I went to buy books and I got some books. One of the books that I got was While Justice Sleeps by Stacey Abrams, and I got it in hardcover. which means this bad boy, untouched, unopened, can go onto Pango. So keep a lookout for this because it'll be on its way. And now both of my Stacey Abrams are in hardcover. Someone tried to take the sticker off of this, so I don't know if this is a signed copy or just a exclusive or what. Yeah, I think it was just an exclusive copy and they took the sticker off. So yeah. But my Rogue Justice one is a signed copy. So that's awesome. So yeah. Now I have them both in hardcover. I love when a set matches. So that's one thing that I got. They had Nancy Drew's, so of course I picked them up. I picked up 3 case files and 2 super mysteries. I picked up Squeeze Play, which is case 97. Nobody's Business, which is case 67. And Tall, Dark, and Deadly, which is case 66. And then in the super mysteries, I got Hollywood Horror, which is actually really, really high on my read list. I made a like Excel sheet, like a database sheet for all of the Nancy Drews I wanted to read, and I started this one. It was out of print and I never thought I would find it, and then I did, so I'm very excited about that. And then I got High Survival. Then in the clearance section, I found a super beat up copy of Ink Death by Cornelia Funk, but it matches my other 2 super beat up copies of the series, and I do think that this is the finale. I think it's a conclusion. It's a trilogy. So I didn't know it had a 3. I read the first one in like middle school, I think, and I really liked it. And then 2 came out later, but I wasn't really interested, and now I know that there's 3, but now I have a whole series and I can sit there and read them all through if I want, kind of like Bunnicula. So I might do that. Then on near the clearance shelf, I saw an omnibus, book 1 of Chobits, which I had as a child. So I'm super excited about this because I think I read volumes 1 through like 3 or something. I don't know how many volumes the omnibus includes. Oh, it's the first half of the Chobits story. Cool. Yeah. So I have half the set right here. So I guess volume 2, if I ever find it, will be the rest. But yeah, I was like, of course I'm gonna get Chobits. I freaking loved Chobits as a kid, so I had to get it. And then they had a new Hannah Jane, so of course I had to collect it. We Did Nothing Wrong. If you don't know, Hannah Jane is an auto-buy author for me, so when I saw there's a new one on the shelf, I had to grab it. So that's what I got from Half Price Books. I took a little bit of a break from reading so I could play some video games. I was really feeling video games the last like 3-ish weeks. But I am still definitely in Summerween because both of the new games I got for my Switch 2 are spooky. I am still working on Summer Slasher. I am about 20% in. It comes out on the 23rd, so I'm probably going to finish it, but I think that might be the last arc I get to in the month of June. And then in July, I want to do more horror reads, so I'll probably go through all of the arcs that I have for July and just choose the horror ones. But we'll see. There have been some things that have been popping up that's really been like catching my eye, so we'll see what I land on. Alrighty, I'll see you next time. Bye. So the electricity went out. This is the only time you'll see this office without any lights. So I figured I would show you like my shelving, my light setup, and just show you what you don't see. Okay, so this is video footage from my cell phone. I am testing Static's mini tripod suction cups. They had a sale, so I got a couple of them. I figured one in the office, one in the house, like floating, and then one in my car / purse, and I would be able to rapidly make content. First things first, I've attached it to my desk and it has fallen 6 times, so don't know too much about that. I'm hoping that's just a little bit of user error since it's the first time I'm using it, because otherwise kind of defeats the purpose, you know? So let's catch up. What can I tell you? I can tell you I am currently reading Summer Slasher. I'm 6-7 chapters in. It comes out on the 23rd, so I'm hoping to have it finished this weekend, but I wouldn't hold my breath. I have been so wishy-washy with what I've been reading, even with it being Summerween, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna read something spooky. I'm gonna read something that catches my attention. Like, things have not been holding my attention, especially book-wise. I don't know if I'm burnt out. I don't know what it is, but I'm like sad because I love to read. One of my regulars at work literally was like, you don't drink, you don't smoke, what's your vice? Reading? Like, yeah, it kind of is. So the fact that I haven't finished anything at all this month and we're almost done, like, we got what, a week left, week and a half left, it's kind of crazy, kind of nuts. I've mostly just been playing my Switch too. I am currently playing Pokemon AZ, and I'm at the end where we're essentially about to go against this is a spoiler if you haven't finished Pokemon. I assume that you would have, but if you haven't, don't listen to this because it's spoiler. Okay. I'm essentially at the part towards the end where the tower goes nuts and essentially becomes a Pokemon. Yeah, I'm there. So yeah, credits, bitch! Credits! Perfectly. I planned on playing it at work because I was like, it's the day before Juneteenth, nobody's gonna be outside. We were way busier than I thought we would be, so I didn't get a chance to do it, which sucks. And then I fell down a nostalgic emo music rabbit hole on Instagram for several hours after I got home, so I wasn't productive then either. I'm gonna play for a little bit before I go to bed because it's like 12:30, and then I'm going to dye the tips of my fingers red for Juneteenth, then I'll probably go to bed. Yeah, this is not doing what it's supposed to do. I'm going to read up and see if there's like another way that I should do it, or if there's a weight limit or something, because this is like the 6th time that it's fallen and I'm not doing anything. The table's not shaking, the car's not moving. Like, if it's not staying locked and together on a stationary table, why would it work on a car or anything else that they said it could do? So, a little annoyed by that, but we'll see. Happy Juneteenth. I wore red, and then I bought my on a Kindle. Hey! So it's the 21st of June. This video has now essentially circumferenced an entire month from like the 25th-ish to now from May. It's just a little bit of a like, let you know what's going on since I'm not really reading right now. But if you are interested in more of my gaming stuff, I have a whole gaming YouTube channel and an Instagram where I talk about all the games that I play, video content, stuff like that. I'll put it in the box down below. And yeah, I'm still working on Summer Slasher. It's almost July. Once July starts, I will be switching over to Hot Girl Murder Club by Ashley Winstead because I got the arc. So that's really cool. But yeah, I think there are like 2 or 3 books in July that I want to read, but I think those are like the main 2. It's been raining cats, dogs, and automobiles over here the last couple of days so badly that the electricity went out for a little bit, so that was fun. We'll see. But yeah, so those are the plans. Those are the plans, Stan. There's a lot of kind of spooky books coming out in July, so I think I'm going to go ahead and hop right into those after I finish up Slasher Summer. Slasher Summer actually is released in a couple of days. I think it's the 23rd. I think it's Tuesday. So we'll see. If I manage to finish it, cool. If not, then I'll just read as much as I can, and then I will move on to the stuff that I have coming out in July, and then I'll go forward through that. I do think that this is the last year for arcs. I think next year I'm just going to read what I want to read. I've noticed with arcs, it's like, oh, I get to read the book early. That's really awesome. And I'm not complaining or anything. I love the fact that people trust me enough with books that haven't been released yet and want to know my thoughts. That's amazing. I'm not questioning, I'm not judging it, anything like that. It's just that it kind of puts me behind, because if I read, 30 arcs that year, all of those books I've read before release date, I've missed the books that are already out. And I think that's what happened, because I was steadily moving through the books that I had on my shelves, and then all of a sudden I started getting arcs, and then those books started stacking up because I was reading stuff that wasn't out yet, and the stuff that was already out that I was purchasing because I knew I wanted to read it just kept kind of stacking up. So 2027, unless the arc is like screaming at me, I'm not doing arcs in 2027. So we'll see what we get to. There's lots of stuff in July. August, there's only a couple, and it's Day Elizabeth She Haunts Me So is the 11th of August, so I will definitely be doing that. I want to read that. I might just do those two and then get ready for September, but it really just depends on how I feel, because as soon as I make a plan, my brain does not want to do it anymore. So yeah, we're all caught up. Today is the 21st. I think there might be like 2 more clips to add to this, and then we'll be wrapping this bad boy up, and we'll be heading into July, which is my birthday month. So that'll be fun. Yeah, so Monday we're going to see Revolutionary Girl Utena. It's in US theaters for the first time ever. The Adolescence of Utena, the movie. I have seen the movie several times. I've watched the anime. I grew up watching the anime. Utena was a foundational anime character for me. So being able to see the movie in theaters is immaculate. I wish I was cosplaying, but the things that I needed to do that didn't arrive in time, so I'm just gonna wear my little Utena dress and go live my little shoujo dreams. And then Tuesday, I'm getting my nails done, thank God, because I have like 4 or 5 left. Half of my nails are gone. Getting those done. I don't know what I want to do yet. I'm gonna probably spend a good portion of the night on Pinterest to try and figure it out, and then we'll see what's next. Yeah, so see you next time. Bye. I love the way that you put it together. And his little body, I love him. Hi. So this is the last clip. It was supposed to end in June, but I didn't want to cut the clip off until I knew that I had finished Summer Slasher, which I did. I finished it on the 1st of July, and then I had to work, so I didn't get a chance to update or edit or do anything. So this is the last clip, even though it's the 4th of July. The last thing that I want to talk about is Summer Slasher. I wound up giving it 4.75. I really, really liked the conclusion. I liked the growth of the characters, how in-depth they were. They weren't like caricatures or anything. I also really liked the gore. It was informative but not heavy. It definitely had some scary moments. There were some times when I was like, oh. So it was a good time. I do think that the writing itself is a bit stilted. It caused weird pacing issues with the novel that I wasn't expecting or didn't enjoy. But essentially it's about a group of kids who are college students now, and they're having a reunion of their horror club at school, high school. They live in a small town where... Did you stop recording? I don't know what this is. What does this mean? Oh. They live in a small town. Sorry, I'm recording on my new Insta 360, and I'm still learning how it works. So they live in a small town, and the small town is famous because they did a indie horror movie called Slasher, and the kids, as part of the horror club, were part of the shadow cast for it at the local theater, and it's just a kind of become a cult classic. They have like conventions, stuff like that. The cabin that they are renting for this reunion is the cabin that they filmed for the film. The cabin is getting torn down to make way for luxury condos, and they're like, it's the last time that we'll get to do it. So everybody gets there. It's a reunion of all kinds of different sorts. All of the archetypes are there, and as they're being picked off one by one, they have to figure out if it's somebody outside, if it's one of them. how they're gonna survive, different things like that. There's a lot of humor, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and I really liked the characters themselves. Like I stated earlier, there was a bit of issues with the pacing of the writing, but that's just because I like a quick-paced book. I'm like, let's go, go, go until the book is over. So I give it a 4.75. I really enjoyed it. I am looking forward to the other things that Shin has put out, and that's another arc down and another book down for the reading goal of 2026, which I am very far behind on because our goal was 40 for the year and we're at 32, and normally by June, which is now July, I've passed my goal and I'm heading above that. So this year has definitely been a little bit of a burnt out situation, but I'm not gonna let it get me down. I finished it. I'm on to the next books and we're gonna see what we've got. So the book girlies are back. We're finally back. We have decided to read Good for Her by Tyler Page. So our first stopping point is chapter 7, and it's about 40 pages in. Yeah, it's about 40 pages into the book. This is my copy. Isn't it cute? I am so excited. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. The back says, Hollywood loves a comeback. Too bad Evie Reyes didn't come back to play nice. 5 years ago, she watched her mother, an iconic final girl, die on the set of Simon Says. Now she's back on the same studio lot, cast as the lead in the reboot no one asked for. But Evie's not here for fame. She's here for revenge. And she's got 6 names on her list. I'm so excited to read this with my girlies. So yeah, keep an update, keep a lookout because you'll have updates for that. And then July is here, so we have started some July arcs. Okay, so I've started Hot Girl Murder Club. I am 2% into that by Ashley Winstead. I have started Scary Movie Night by Miranda Smith. I am 6% into that. And then I'm reading Mystery Guest by Maren Stoffels, and I am 23% into this. I'm probably going to finish this, then head into Scary Movie Night, and then finish Hot Girl Murder Club. My goal is to finish these 3 and at least one more arc. I have a lot this month that are spooky, mystery, and horror based. So I'm hoping to get those completed so I can still be reading stuff for Summerween, even though I have been slacking. But yeah, I'm doing decently well on the arcs. I think out of the 32 books I've read, almost 20 of them have been arcs, so I'm getting my arc countdown. And then I'll be starting this with the girlies. Our goal is to get to chapter 7 by next Friday is the goal. So thank you so much for watching. This was the end of May to the first week of July, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Peace.